Good morning, everybody. We're going to hope that the third time doing this is a charm. Nobody will be joining us today because I've already done it a couple of times. But please watch it on YouTube. My channel is 2240 and it will be on later today. And it's going to be funny, and I hope everybody laughs a lot. Please subscribe and like on YouTube and actually check out my spreadsheet account and buy some products. Cool stuff for Christmas, lots of cute pretzels. Um, so we're going to have some fun today. And we're going to start with some parody songs that are fun and interesting. And sorry, I keep taking my glasses out and off, but check out my website. We're on it right now, and there's lots of fun stuff, lots of good pictures. I'm still working on it's a work in product progress. So we're going to start with um the song that's not allowed. It's funny, and we're going to enjoy it. Everybody needs to dance.
Songs to paint the skin. It might remind you of elections that you didn't win. All the cops on syllables and got a rhyme or two. But hush, don't scare the donors. They're already tired of you. This song is
All right, everybody dance.
not.
I want people jamming. And on my website, all the credits are given where you can find it on YouTube. You'll get a direct link. So please check it out. Sing out loud, everybody.
Still America with dollar signs and blame. Burn like climate change. Your stakes were dry as hell. Cologne could knock the buzzard off a garbage carousel. This song is not. Oh, it hurts your fragile pride. Like a draft dodging billionaire who swears he really. Now, from casino that collapsed to bone, you claim with birth. Every scam you ever touched turned gold into a turd. Fill a Bible with your face, a mugshot on a cup. Even Judas looks embarrassed when your merch is showing up. The waistline needs its own zip code. Your suits could house a band. You hold a Bible upside down, no clue what's in your hand. Teeth blow like a urine, or your hair's a dying fox. Your cankles are so large they punch holes in all your socks. Spray tan you like drywall. You're envious of Obama. You're scared of looking small. History will file you under worse mistakes of all. Oh, it's treason to your brand. It mentions prison jobs and the cuffs upon your hand. The jury's building. The judge says you're a con. This song is not. We'll sing it stupid and sweet. Pretend it doesn't sting. But history got better than any fire can bring. Anthem of your downfall. Will that go through the crowd? This song is not. So I'll sing it twice as loud.
I hope everybody enjoyed that one and got a laugh. And next, we're gonna sing along with the old grannies. And I'm dancing and having fun. So I hope everybody that watches is dancing and having fun too. So let's check out the old grannies. It's a quick one. Fraud is marching on. We won't back down, everybody. We won't. And we're going to continue with the grannies. These are the Portland grannies. So check it out.
I want us to have a confidential day. Try to distract, but it ain't gonna work this time. There's lots of pages you'd like to redact while you're slipping with the slide. You can go play golf, go to war today. You can point your finger at everyone else, but it ain't gonna go away. Yeah.
They can play, they can sing. I'm singing along, but I can't sing.
Till we see those names in a book we want to read. The victims all deserve that till we read out each bad and see.
I enjoyed that one. I hope you did too. Um, the fashions you have to be in a mood for. It's a good song, but it's not right for today. Um, I got confused. This is the Portland grant, in Portland.
Mar-a-Lago felon, striking with his fascist repertoire. He has promised to deliver up his country to enable one more civil war. He's going Portland, Portland. So I guarantee he's going Portland. Boys of seven, up to hope that it believes in their going Portland. Their traveling companion, Christine, no, she just likes to do her cosplay. Just want to distract from Epstein. People rise
I
up.
love the sign. Keep Portland weird. I love being weird.
As if he didn't want that, as if it wasn't part of his big scheme. As if he wouldn't relish the sound of every bullet, every scream. They say Project 2025 is moving right along.
It is, unfortunately.
Even as you listen to this song, they're pushing their agenda.
They are.
He's gone to Portland. Yes, I guarantee he's gone to Portland.
Although the judge said no, he still planned on it. But he doesn't know that judge, even though he appointed him. Crazy man.
I'm talking about Cash Patel now. Just want to distract from Epstein. Girl in Mar-a-Lago, underage and working at the spa. That town said was stolen by Epstein, and sometimes when I think of her, I say, whoa, the people she saw. And now she's gone because of Epstein. And you could lose democracy just like they're turning off the light.
We can.
Everybody be prepared to fight. Everybody raise your hand up. Ooh, important. For reasons we can nothing.
All right. I'm on the free version, so we gotta move things along, and we're gonna listen to the Generals, the song about the Generals.
Strutted in the hall with his sidekick, preaching to the brass like a true social scream. So the four stars they were weak, too woke. But every general sat there, and not a soul spoke. They read more books than you. They know just what you no, no. Please don't It's got a sign with your nameplate. Strong men always think they're slaves. But the brass just count and do the math. Constitution better than you. And they swore their oath to the red, white,
They swore an oath and meant it.
hear the silence in the room. Soundtrack of your pending doom. Commander in grief, sidekick pickled and loud. But the generals don't bow. Don't clap with the crowd.
The resistance. They're good. They're very good. Gotta move down. I'm working on things to make it a little easier to find the music. Oh, this is funny. Not a song, but let's change it up a little bit.
I have always said that I do not think that Donald Trump is an intelligent person. He has never shown any kind of intelligence, any kind of knowledge, critical thinking skills, common sense, anything that would lead me to believe that this is a smart man.
This is a good
And I'm
podcast. Check
happy
it
to
out.
report that a new book has come out from Washington Post journalist Philip Rucker and Carol Leonnig. This is their second collaboration together. They wrote a book several years ago. I believe it was I Alone Can Fix It. But anyway, they got a new book out called Very Stable Genius. And in this book about the very stable genius, which of course is the statement that Trump made about his own intelligence and mental acuity, they list multiple different incidents where Donald Trump proved that he is not as smart as an elementary school student, possibly not even as smart as a kindergartner. The man was physically unable to read the U.S. Constitution because the words were just so big. He didn't know what Pearl Harbor was. And he flunked basic geography by telling the Prime Minister of India that at least you guys don't share a border with China, and they share 2,000 miles of border with China. But let me read some of these incidents. And by the way, the book is based, they did hundreds of interviews and hundreds of hours of interviews with people close to Donald Trump, people that served with him, reporters, everybody. So that's where all of this came from. And of course, it was all corroborated and verified. So Trump goes, he's visiting the USS Arizona Memorial. And this is what he says, talking to John Kelly, his then chief of staff. Hey, John, what's this all about? What's this tour of? Mr. Trump reportedly asked John Kelly, his then chief of staff, when they took a private tour in 2017 of the USS Arizona Memorial, a ship commemorating the surprise Japanese attack on Pearl Harbor during the Second World War. Trump had heard the phrase Pearl Harbor and appeared to understand that he was visiting the scene of a historic battle, but he did not seem to know much else, the author said, who quote a former White House advisor, concluding the U.S. president was, quote, dangerously uninformed. During a meeting with Narendra Modi, the Indian Prime Minister's eyes bulged out in surprise, the Washington Post reporters claim, when Trump told him, it's not like you've got China on your border. And again, China and India, in fact, share more than 2,000 miles of common border. When he was first sworn in at the beginning of 2017, the first thing he wanted to do was go and meet Vladimir Putin. He said, when can I meet Putin? Can I meet with him before the inaugural ceremony? He reportedly asked. When the leaders did meet at a G20 summit in Hamburg, Mr. Trump dismissed the expertise of his then Secretary of State Rex Tillerson, who knew Putin personally, telling him, quote, "I've had a 2-hour meeting with Putin. That's all I need to know. I've sized it all up. I've got it." He then got in a fight with Rex Tillerson a couple months later about the fact that U.S. businesses are not allowed to bribe foreign officials in order to get business there. He said, quote, "It's just so unfair that American companies aren't allowed to pay bribes to get business overseas. We're going to change that." And indeed he did. He has already suspended the Foreign Corrupt Practices Act, so businesses, like his own, are now free to bribe foreign officials in order to get contracts. So that's horrible. But the funniest one, the one that shows that this man really does have the intellect of a toddler, is this one. When Mr. Trump, early in his tenure, agreed to feature in an HBO documentary in which all living presidents read from the Constitution, Mr. Trump blamed others in the room when he struggled to read the text. "It's like a foreign language," he complained. Now, I'll give you the fact that Americans no longer speak the way that they speak when the Constitution was written, right? There's some big words, there's some outdated words, but there's still words that are easy to pronounce. And Trump couldn't do it. He literally couldn't pronounce the words. Still think this guy is, a smart businessman? Still think this is a guy that we want in charge of this country? That
I hope everybody enjoyed it. I thought it was pretty funny, and I definitely agree. Trump thinks he's a genius, a very stable genius, but he's not. Worst presidents in American history is a good one. We don't have time for it. Unfortunately, Trump will be on the list. On that one, he is not. But there are others that he is on. Like I said, I have to do some cleanup on here because we have huge gaps. All right. All right. We're going to go to a different, we're going to go to the musicians. And I've added some sections on here. There's a whole section on banned books, so check it out. I really like Ali Velshi, and he does a great job. And most of the books I really like are on that list. This is a good one.
shouted in the street. Promise you the moon while they're shackling your feet. Strong man struts with a golden crown of light. That's not democracy. That's how freedom died. You're in creeping at the door. Thundering, burying thunder, dressed as patriot law. Take control. If Trump gets his way, he's selling out your soul. Enemies of truth, they silence every voice. Rig the game and say, hey, the people had a choice. Call it mega pride, but the mask is paper thin. It's fascism rising, don't you let it see what dangerous and alive. Democracy is gasping underneath the ground. The N-word seems so far. I've gone door. Spreading through the land. Spanish cronies think histories and go. But when the street's gonna go, raise your voice higher, let the truth ignite. The people still have power when we stand and fight. No future, no dictator's dream. We're the wall of resistance, we're democracy's team.
Unfortunately, I really like that song, but um, it makes me very sad to think we are living through a time when democracy is at risk. Okay, Lead Belly is singing about history. I don't know if you guys have heard of Lead Belly, but was, this song was recorded in the 40s, so, and it's about Hitler. So let's take a listen. And we won't listen to the whole song.
Do that again. I didn't understand it at that time. Take it easy. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hitler started out in 1920. Hitler started out in 1900. When he started out, he took the home. We're gonna tear Hitler down. We're gonna tear Hitler down. We're gonna tear Hitler down. We're gonna break. When Hitler started out, he took the Jews from their home. Hitler started out, took the Jews. That's one thing, Missy Love, you know you done wrong. We're gonna tear Hitler down. We're gonna tear Hitler down. We're gonna tear Hitler down. We're gonna bring him.
Um, Other old timers to listen to. Um, Lead Belly is great, but John Prine, Johnny Cash, they've all told it like it is. Um, and we're gonna end our music on a couple of Irish songs because the Irish really know how to do a protest song, but they do it as a pub song. So let's enjoy and laugh. They're quick and easy.
He struts in the room like a bloated balloon. Brave and disaster, a human cartoon.
Anybody want to get up and do a jig, feel free.
Then gentleman cackles McTaco tit. Cackles McTaco tit. King of the clowns. Flapping his gums while the country drowns. A couple of deep All hail the orange cackles like taco tips.
That was a quick one, but the Irish definitely know how to tell it like it is. And another Irish song. And then I think we're going to listen to Woody Guthrie, another old timer that told it like it is.
I lit it up out on the front lawn. Neighbors cheered and the HOA moved on. Stars and stripes are sacred, I won't brag. But his MAGA slogan on polyester, that's just a rag. It's not illegal to burn a Trump flag.
I got to get one to burn it.
Fire department waves, they drove past.
I could get a bunch and use them as kindling when we lose our power.
Sells them cheap by the roadside stand. Next to fake gold hats and a Bible. And
Fake Bibles made in China.
kind of like his lawyer. When they try to plead, it's not illegal for a Trump flag. Now freedom's got a little red and drag. Is on the wind. Where they fucking cries arson. But the law says nay. Up that banner like it's his first date. Wrinkles it up with cheeseburger grease stains, mate. But if you torch his merch, don't feel bad. It's just polyester propaganda from a clearance ad. It ain't.
That was a good one. I hope it made you laugh. It brought a smile to my face. And we're going to do one more. I haven't put my Johnny Cash out. There's a whole section on banned books, like I said. And a lot about Kimmel. So check it out. There's a lot of fun stuff out here. Okay, this is in the wrong section, but I missed Hobbit Day. And I was going to make the 7 meals in one day. All right, for our last one, I want to go to Arlo. Do we want to do Arlo? No, I think we're going to end with Johnny Cash. Um, I've done Arlo the last 2 times, so we're going to do Johnny. It's a good song.
I walked through a county courthouse square. On a park bench, an old man was sitting there. I said, "Your old courthouse is kind of run down." He said, "No, it'll do for our little town." I said, "Your old flagpole is leaned a little bit, and that's a ragged old flag you got hanging on it." He said, "Have a seat." And I sat down. "Is this the first time you've been to our little town?" I said, "I think it is." He said, "I don't like to brag, but we're kind of proud of that ragged old flag."
Good song.
You see, we got a little hole in that flag there when Washington took it across Delaware. And it got powder burned the night that Francis Scott Key said, "Watching it right and say, can you see?" And it got a bad rip in New Orleans, Pakenham and Jackson tugging at its seams. And it almost fell at the Alamo beside the Texas flag, but she waved on though. She got cut with a sword at Chancellorsville, and she got cut again at Shiloh Hill. There was Robert E. Lee, Beauregard, and Bragg, and the south wind blew hard on that ragged old flag. On Flanders Field in World War I, she got a big hole from a Bertha gun. She turned blood red in World War II. She hung limp and low a time or two. She was in Korea, Vietnam. She went where she was sent by her Uncle Sam. She waved from our ships upon the briny foam. Now they've about quit waving back here home. In her own good land here, she's been abused. She's been burned, dishonored, denied, and refused. And the government for which she stands is scandalized throughout the land. And she's getting threadbare and she's wearing thin, but she's in good shape. Shape she's in. Oh, she's been through the fire before, and I believe she can take a whole lot more. So we raise her up every morning. We take her down every night. We don't let her touch the ground, and we fold her upright. On second thought, I do like to brag, because I'm mighty proud of that ragged old flag.
I'm very proud to be an American. I'm proud to be a daughter of a World War II vet. I'm proud to be a niece of a World War II vet. And I am proud that I'm a part of this country, but I'm not proud of what Trump is doing to our country. So I moved some stuff around here to make it a little easier, and I'm putting all my recipes together. And we're going to start with some planting and gardening. And I don't know if you guys can see, but I have my hibiscus shirt on. It used to be a bar in Clover, but it closed, but I still like the shirt. So we're going to take a look at some perennial crops you should grow that are important, and we're also going to look at I don't know why. So we'll do the superfoods.
You've been paying $30 for omega-3 supplements, while the richest plant source grows between your
And we're just going to watch a few herbs.
$8 on kale, while a more nutritious leaf grows wild in your own backyard. And those weeds you've been spraying? Some sell for $15 an ounce at health food stores. What if the biggest gardening mistake isn't bad soil or pests, but not realizing your weed problem is actually a gold mine of free superfoods? Today on Stella Eureka, we're flipping your view of the backyard. These are 10 common weeds more valuable than anything in your grocery cart. And after this, you'll never look at your yard the same way again. This succulent, sprawling plant thriving in sidewalk cracks contains more omega-3 fatty acids than any other leafy green on Earth. While you spend $30 plus on fish oil supplements, purslane produces the same essential fats for free. Those thick jade-colored leaves and reddish
So look in your yard for some of these things. We're just going to watch
they're
two.
concentrating nutrients most plants can't even produce. The taste? Surprisingly delightful. Crisp and slightly tart with a lemony cucumber-like flavor perfect for salads. But purslane isn't just omega-3s. This plant packs more vitamin E than spinach, more beta-carotene than carrots, and significant amounts of magnesium, potassium, and calcium. High-end restaurants feature it as an exotic ingredient in expensive dishes, charging premium prices for what's literally growing as a weed in their parking lots.
I apologize. Since I'm on the free version of Zoom, I got to move things along. And we're gonna check it out. There's a ton out here about what to plant in October. Um, and then we're gonna we're going to finish up with check out the shelf stable meals. It's done by a prepper family. Um, 20 foods that never go bad is a good one, but we're going to look at this
When
one.
times were tough and grocery stores didn't exist, farm families had to make do with what they had. These ingenious cooks created recipes that fed generations, using simple ingredients and techniques handed down through family lines. These forgotten recipes aren't just about survival. They tell stories of American resilience, community, and making something special out of ordinary ingredients. Let's rediscover these treasures from our past. Corn pone. When baking powder and eggs were unavailable or too expensive, Southern farm cooks developed corn pone, simple bread made from cornmeal, water, and salt, mixed into a thick batter and
So
cooked in a skillet or
I'm going to
formed
pause
into
real quick. I've really gotten into the prepper stuff. Whether we're destined for another Civil War or World War III, I'm scared. I'm very frightened. And I really believe Trump is going to figure out a way um, to launch something so he doesn't have to, so he ends elections in our country. Um, because I think the man is truly crazy and evil. And so I have started prepping. I'm I've got one bin already. I've got a 25-pound bag of flour. I've got cornmeal, a big thing. Got 5 pounds of cornmeal, and I'm starting. I have a butter churn coming because everybody knows I love butter. And I'm gonna go off of this real quick, and I'm gonna show everybody my cow. Sorry, I gotta find it. I gotta find her. Sorry, I apologize. We're gonna guess she's out here. So unfortunately, I can't have a cow in Rock Hill. I'm trying to figure out if I could pass her off as a dog because she's small. And here she is. You'll see her soon. Sorry, another thing I need is a new laptop, but so here's my girl. I think Copper would like her very much, and but unfortunately I can't have her. If you think I could pass her off as a dog, please put it in the comments section. I'd really appreciate it. And we'll go back to that one and finish on this.
long shapes and baked. Corn pone provided a filling accompaniment to beans, greens, or stews. The simplicity of corn pone made it accessible even to the poorest families or during the most difficult economic times. Unlike cornbread, it required no leavening or enrichment, yet still provided substantial calories and nutrition. Some variations added a small amount of bacon grease for flavor and to prevent sticking. Corn pone occupies an important place in Southern cultural history and literature. It appears in works by William Faulkner, Mark Twain.
Well, you guys get the idea. But please check it out. I have a section on what equipment you need, both tools and other things. Get headlamps, get solar. If you don't have solar panels on your house, get some kind of generator. Be prepared. If you have the ability to put a well in or there's well water nearby, do that. And I'm not a gun proponent, but I would suggest, if you are, get one. On that note, I want to thank everybody for joining. Hopefully, I can get this one published and out there. But check out my website. Watch this on YouTube. Please like and subscribe and comment. Let me know about my cow. Can I pass her off as a dog? Thank you very much. And everybody, have a great day. Sorry, I have problems ending things. There we go. Goodbye, everybody, and thank you.